Right. Okay, guys. Good evening and welcome back. Hope you guys can hear me properly. I'm audible to you? Yes, right. Okay. Turn on the videos and wait. I want to see everyone. Right. Okay. So last week I started the sixth lesson, dual impact of transaction lesson. Now we just discussed about the accounting principles, how change. I told you X increase debit, decrease credit. X means assets and expenses. Can you remember, guys? And the liability, income, and equity. Increase credit, decrease debit. I ask you to remember it as well, right? So, and the other thing what I want to tell you, I told you because of a transaction, one account should debit, one ledger account should credit. The same value, there can be more debit and credit at this, but the same value, the total should be debit to one account or more, credit to one account or more, the same value. Can you hear? Right? So that is the term, right? Dual impact means the accounting elements increase or decrease. Double entry means the how it changed, right? Now, when it comes this one, I think last week we discussed up to here the dual impacts, right? Okay, I think we finished only up to which one? Can you tell me? We didn't do all the things. Up to which number we did last week? Anyone? No one? Oh my god. Can you hear me, guys?
5.
Number 5.
Up to 5, sir.
Up to 5. Right. We finished up to number 5. Only there, right? The dual effect. Right. Okay. So, right. Okay. Hope you can hear me. Right. Turn on the videos, others. Very good. Uh, very, young, Samal, right? Stay with your original name, right? Okay. Right. We finished up to 5, right? You need to start with the number 6. Right. Right. This way. This part is really important. ගැම්මෙන් ඉන්න ඕනේ. දුයි නෑ නේද නම්? අද ගොඩක් we need to finish. Right. So I think in the last page there's additional note. Can you hear me, guys? You can see the last page. There is something called notes. පොඩක් ඒක උඩට ඇවිල්ලා. But you can write from here. Last page. Right. This part is really important. This is regarding the stocks. Right. Okay. Right. Right. Now, if I draw like this, think this is the business. Look here, the business, and this is regarding business stocks. Now, when it comes to business stock, those are assets. Stocks means what, guys? Can anyone tell me what is the term called stocks? And what is the difference between stocks and non-current assets? Hello? Stocks we purchase for what? For,
Stocks are the
sorry?
For reason.
for reasoning.
For the reselling. But
For reasoning purpose.
yes, very good. But non-current assets we purchase for what? For the usage purpose. Are you okay? Yes, for the usage purpose, right? That is the really important part. That's why we categorize stocks under which asset? Current assets, right? Stocks are current assets. Current assets. Right? Look here, this part is really important. Make a barrow ඉස්සරහට යන්නම් බෑ. ඒක හොඳට අහගන්න. Now, I'll write the stocks purchase under this side and stock sales under this side. Sales. Okay, guys? Right. You know, we purchase stocks under two ways. We can purchase stocks on the cash basis and the credit basis. Clear? Under two ways we can purchase. Stocks also can be sold under cash basis and credit basis, right? When we purchase stocks on credit basis, the other party we name as what? Creditor. Can you remember, guys? The cash basis purchase, the other party we don't name in another name. When we sell our stocks on credit basis, the party who purchase our goods on credit basis, we identify as which name? Debtor. All clear to you guys?
Debit.
Huh? Debtor, right? Okay. Right. Okay. Now, this is the important part. Now think, think we purchase stocks 100 cash. I'm intend to selling it for 120. Right? So, right, 100 and 100, either cash or credit basis. My intention is to keeping a 20 margin for each and every selling. ඔයා ගත්ත දෙයක් ගත්ත ගානට විකුණනවද ළම එහෙනම් අමු මෝඩෙක් එක්ක. ඔයා කවදාවත් ගත්ත දෙයක් ගත්ත ගානට විකුණනවද ළම? නෑනේ. පොඩි ප්‍රොෆිට් එකක් ඔයාට ගානක් තියාගෙන සෙල් කරන්න. Understand? Right? So to calculate stocks profit, right? We need to concern, profit equal income minus expenses. So though the stocks are assets, stocks sales we concern as income. Can you tell me what is the name? Income. Easy, clear to you guys? Right? Though the stocks are assets, stocks purchase we concern as expense. Profit means income minus expenses. So 120 minus 100 equal the 20 profit. Then we can calculate. So purchase we concern as what? Expense. Clear to you guys? I think we didn't discuss this part, correct? Right? This is really, really important. Right? But accounting in accounting equation, I'll write this is as right. Now I'll write like this. Now in accounting equation, you identify when the stocks purchase, stock asset increase, right? Cash asset decrease under cash basis. I'll take 4 examples. I'll take 4 examples. Right? Okay. Example. Look here. Stocks cash purchase rupees 100,000. Number 2, stocks cash sales rupees 300,000. Number 3, stocks Credit purchase rupees 150,000. Number 4, stocks credit sale rupees 400,000. Easy clear, you guys? Can you hear me? Right? Don't write down because first of all you draw that one. Now don't write because of that. Right? I'll use the two ways. Right? Accounting equation and the double entry. Double entry. දරාගන්න ලියන්න එපා. මොකද මේක ඉඩමදි නම් පොතේ ලිව්වත් කමක් නැහැ. හිතනවා නම් ඉඩමදි. Right? Right. Okay. Now you know I'll take assets equal equity plus liability. Right? So in here I'll divide this to debit entry and the credit entry. Right? මේ හතර මම මෙහෙම තමයි ගන්න. Right? ඔක්කොම thousands වලින් ගන්න නැත්නම් ඊටම thousands වලින්. I'll check number 1. Number 1. What is the number 1? Cash purchase of stocks. When we purchase stocks on cash basis, what has happened? You know, stock asset increase how much? 100,000. Stock asset increase 100,000. Right? Cash asset decrease 100,000. Am I correct, guys? Right? All clear to you? Hello? Right? So then the equity and liability both are seen. But when it comes to the double entry, I told you to calculate the profit of the stocks, we need to concern stocks purchase as expense increase. Stocks gaddi purchase කියන expense එක වැඩි වෙනවා කියලා අපිට හිතන්න වෙනවා double entry වලට. Understand? අපි stock account එකක් තියාගන්නේ නැහැ ledger එකේ. Right? මොකද ගන්න එක ගානකට sell කරන්නේ තව ගන්න. So the debit entry is purchase account. Purchase account. Why? You know, purchase expense increase. Expense increase. What is the credit entry? When we purchase stocks on cash basis, cash outflow. Cash asset decrease. So cash account is the credit entry. Easy clear to you guys? Send me a thumbs up. Right? Number 2. Right? Next one. මේක ලියන පොතේ ලියන්න නැත්තම් මේකේ මදි වෙයි. Right? අපි කලින් එක ඇදලෙමු. Stocks cash sales. When we sell our stocks on cash sale, you know, 300,000 stock asset decrease. 300,000 cash asset increase. මෙහෙම තමයි. Equity and liability zero. All clear to you guys? Right? This was the accounting equity. But when it comes to the double entry system, stocks sales sell කරද්දි profit එකක් එක්ක sell කරන්න. ඒ නිසා stock sell කරන එක we need to concern as what? As income. All clear to you guys? Right? So because of that, we concern stock sales as, don't write, මුලින්ම අහගෙන ඉන්න ඔලුවට දාගත්තාම ඕන දෙයක් ලේසියි. Sales income increase. So when income increase, it's debit or credit? Can anyone tell? When income increase, it's debit.
Credit.
Credit, I told you. Like increase credit. So sales account is the credit entry. You can see the credit entry is the sales account. What is the debit entry? When we sell stock, what on cash basis, what we get, guys? Cash. Understood? Right? So cash account is the debit entry. Why we credit the sales account when we sell stocks? Because to calculate the profit earned through sales, we need to concern stock sales as income increase in the double entry. But in the but in the accounting equation, stocks concern as assets. Dual effect also, which means the dual impact also built using the accounting equation, right? Why we write purchase as purchase account, sales as sales account? Because we can't maintain stock account in the ledger. Ledger means the place we are maintain all the ledger accounts. Can you remember? Right? Okay. So I'll take another one, five. Five. Owners, stocks drawings. Stocks drawings. Rupees 3,000. Okay. First two done. Right? Don't write. Right. Let's go to the next two. Right? First two done. Right. Next one, 3 and 4. You need to help me. 3 and 4. රාගෙන ඉන්න මොකද මේක තමයි කට්ටිය අමාරු කියන කොච්චර කරත් ස්ටොක්ස් බෑ අන්තිමට අහගෙන ඉන්නේ වෙන වැඩ කරන්න ඒකයි ප්‍රශ්නේ right. Number 3. Number 3. Now help me. Credit purchase of stocks. How much? 150. Now accounting equation, hope you can remember. Tell me. When we credit purchase of goods, can you tell me what will happen in here? Yes? Anyone? Hello? Can you hear me? Are you there, guys? Hope you can hear them. Buy වෙන්න එපා කියන්නේ. Accounting equation එකේ stocks කියන්නේ asset, credit purchase. What we receive, guys? Stocks. Understand? So stock asset will increase how much? 150 as stocks. Liability also increase 150 as what?
Creditors.
Creditor. Very good. But in the double entry, I told you, when we when we purchase stock, though it's a cash purchase, so credit purchase, to develop the double entry, to calculate the profit earned through stocks, we need to concern stocks purchased as expense increase. Can you remember, guys? Right? When expense increase, it's debit or credit? Expense debit. Asset and expenses increase debit, right? So the debit entry is purchase account. Purchase account. Why we debit the purchase account? Expense increase. Now in cash purchase, also the debit entry is the purchase account. Credit purchase also the debit entry is the purchase account. But in the cash purchase, since cash go outflow, we concern as credit entry as the cash account. But when it comes to credit purchase, there is no any cash inflow outflow at the purchasing movement. Understand? The other part we concern as creditor liability. So creditor liability increase. So when liability increase, it's credit. So creditor account credit. Understood? All clear to you guys? Right? Number 4. Let's see. Stocks credit sale. Credit sale. When we sell credit, when we sell the stocks on credit basis, can you tell me what has happened in the accounting equation? You know, stock asset decrease 400,000. Then debtor asset increase. සල්ලි එන්නේ නැහැ නේ අපි credit නේ දෙන්නේ. ඒතකොට debtor asset තමයි increase. මේ දෙකේ
Excuse me, sir.
yes.
Sir, third one එකේ මේ liability නේද increase වෙන්නේ credit පැත්තේ?
Oh, liability increase credit නිසා credit පැත්තෙන් ඒක.
Okay, sir.
Right? මෙතන expense මෙතන asset increase cash asset increase. මෙතන asset decrease. මොකද cash basis purchase එකක් නේ. ඒකයි credit to. මෙතන asset increase. When asset increase it's debit. මෙතනදී purchase expense increase වෙන නිසා purchase account එක debit කරේ. credit කියන්නේ liability නේ. liability increase වෙන නිසා අපි credit කරේ. හරි නේද? right? දරා ගන්න. ලොකු stress එකක් ගන්න එපා in a relaxed manner. right? Okay, another thing. Credit sale of goods. Stock asset decrease. Debtor asset increase. Can you hear me, guys? Right? Now let's go to the double entry. Then stock sell කරද්දී sale එක අපි මොනවා විදියටද දකින්න ඕනේ ළම income එකක් විදියට. එතකොටනේ අපිට income වලින් expense අඩු කරලා profit calculate කරන්න. Can you hear me, guys? Right? So sales is an income. Understood? Right? So when income increase, it's debit or credit? Faster now, I won't be answer.
Credit.
Credit. Sales account credit. Why? Income increase. But this is a credit sale. No any cash inflow. අපෙන් stocks අරන් යන අය අපි asset එකක් විදිහට දකින්න ඕනේ. සල්ලි දෙන්නකම් අපි උගේ පස්සෙන් follow කරන්න. Understand? Right? So debtor account debit. Debtor account debit. So why we debit the debtor account? Because of asset increase. All clear to you guys? Understand? Now the important part. තේරෙන්නේ නැත්නම් අනේ කියන්න ආයෙ කියලා දෙන්න. Right? හරි. දැන් ඕනට පුළුවන් ඕන වෙලාවක business එකෙන් දේවල් අරන් යන්න. Right? When owner withdrew cash, can you tell me what is the double entry? I wrote in the fifth one, I think, as I can remember. He wrote in the fifth one, owner's cash drawings. Yes. In here we wrote last fifth one. Neither. අපි fifth එකක් කරානේ. Right? When owner withdrew cash, cash asset decrease. So cash account credit. Drawings is equity decreases because when owner withdrew something, ownership decreases. Can you hear me, guys? Right? Owner දේවල් අරන් යද්දී උගේ අයිතිය අඩු වෙනවා. So owner අරන් යන ඒවාට නමක් කියනවා මොකද? Drawing. So drawings is equity decreases account. Understood? Send me a thumbs up. So what is the double entry of cash drawings? Drawings account debit, cash account credit. Now let's see. Stocks drawings, that is the important part. දැන් මල කෙලියයි. Owner අයිතිය තියෙන ඕන වෙලාවකම stocks අරන් යන්න. Owners stocks drawings. දැන් අපි 100ට ගත්ත එකක් නම් 100 rupees worth of එකක් නම් අපි 120ට sell කරන්නේ. business එකේ ඕන business එකේ තියෙන stocks business එකෙන් අරගෙන යද්දී එයාට 100ටද දෙන්නේ 120ටද දෙන්නේ? ලැජ්ජන 220 දෙන්න ඌ අයිතිකාරයනේ 100ටම නෙවෙයි. Understood? Can you hear me guys? Right? When we purchase stocks, we concern as purchase expense increase when it comes to the double entry, not the dual impact. Accounting equation එකේ දැම්මේ stock asset decrease. දැන් අපි ගත්තොත් එහෙම මට කියන්න බාන කොහොමද owner stocks drawings how we record under accounting equation. You know stock asset decrease 3000. Stock asset decrease 3000. Right? Stock asset decrease 3000. 3000 stock asset decrease. Right? I'll write like this. I have enough space. Number 5. 3000 stock asset decrease. And equity also decreased 3000 as what? Drawings. Can you remember, guys? All clear to you? Right, in accounting. දැන් කලින් එකේ නම් stocks අඩු වෙච්ච හැම වෙලාවෙම අපි ඒක sale එකක් විදියට දැක්කේ. Sale. Stocks අඩු වෙනකොට it is a sale. අපි sales account එකට තමයි credit කරේ. මේ තියෙන්නේ. You can remember like 2 and 4 stock sales, cash sales or credit sale. Every time the credited is the sales account. Understand? හැබැයි ඕන අරගෙන යන්නේ ඕන withdraw කරන්නේ 100 worth of goods. එතකොට ඒක sale එකක් නෙමෙයි. Understood? When we purchase stocks, we concern as we debit to the purchase account as concerning purchase expense increase. Why? To calculate the profit earned through purchasing and selling stocks. Purchase concern and expense, sales concern as income. Understood? Can you hear me? Right? එතකොට ගත්ත stocks when owner withdrew the purchase stocks, we need to concern as purchase expense decrease. මේ හැම එකේම ගද්දි purchase expense increase, sales income increase. හැබැයි ඕන අරගෙන යද්දි we concern as purchase expense decrease. ගද්දි purchase expense වැඩි වුණා නම් ඕන අරගෙන යද්දි මොකද්ද කරන්න ළමයි? purchase expense decrease කරනවා. Easy clear to you guys? Understand? Right? Okay, so in here, what is the double entry? When owners stocks drawings, stocks drawings, right? What is the debit entry? Though it's the cash purchase or credit purchase, when owner withdraw something, owner's ownership decreases. All clear to you guys? Right? When equity decreases, it's debit or credit? Quickly tell me. Equity decreases.
Credit.
Lie, increase credit, decrease debit. Understand? Liability, income and equity, increase credit, decrease debit. So, equity decreases, it goes to debit. Understand? So what is the debit entry? Drawings account. Why? Equity decreases. Right. Then stocks අරන් යන්නේ. ගද්දි අපි purchase account එකේ debit කරා purchase expense වැඩි වෙනවා කියලා. sell කරද්දි sales income වැඩි වෙනවා කියලා sales account එකට credit කරා. ඕන අපේ business එකේ තියෙන stocks අරන් යනවා නම් I told you we concern as purchase expense decreases. Can you hear me guys? Right? When expense decreases, it goes to which side? Credit side. Understand? So purchase account credit. මේක පොඩ්ඩක් down වෙනවා doom වෙනවා ඇති මටත් ඒ කාලේ එහෙමයි. හැබැයි මම සරලව මීන් ඔළුව අත ගාලා ටොක් කියන්නේ. right? පුළුවන් තරම් හිමින් කිව්වේ. තව මීට වඩා ලේසියෙන් තව කියලා දෙන්න මට තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ. right? කියලා දෙන්න පුළුවන් උපරිම සුපිරියටම කියලා දුන්නා. ඇන්දලා දෙක දෙවිදියම කම්පැරිසන් එකකුත් දාලා මොකද ඔයගොල්ලෝ දෙක පටල ගන්න. කවුරුන් equation එකේ වෙන විදිහකට ලියන්න. Understand? Is it clear to you guys? Right? Sir, this part is really important. Double entry then හැමතිස්සෙම බලන්න. You can see, though it's a cash purchase or credit purchase, every time, can you tell me, when it comes to, though it's a cash purchase or credit purchase, what is the debit entry, guys? Purchase account. Is it clear to you guys? Right? Understand? Right? Though it's a cash sale or credit sale, every time, when we sell the stocks, what is the credit entry? Sales account. Understand? All good. එහෙම මතක තියාගන්න ලේසි. Purchase කරද්දි debit වෙන්නේ purchase account. Cash උනත් credit. When we cash purchase of goods, purchase account debit. Cash account credit by cash out. When we credit purchase of goods, purchase account debit. Creditor account credit. Understood? Right? Though it's a cash sale or credit sale, when we sell the stocks, the credit entry is sales account. Then cash sales, sales account credit. Since we are receiving cash, cash asset decrease, so cash account debit. Understood? Right? Credit sales, sales account credit, it's obvious. Right? So when we credit sales stocks, the other party we name as debtor asset increase, so debtors account debit. Cash purchase, purchase account debit, cash account credit. Credit purchase, purchase account debit, creditors account credit. Cash sales, sales account credit, cash account debit. Understand? Right? Credit sales, sales account credit, debtors account debit. Understood? Right? Stocks drawings, drawings account debit, purchase account credit. Understand? ගද්දී expense වැඩි කරලා අපි purchase account එකට debit කරා නම් ඕන එක අරන් යද්දි purchase account එකට මොකද කරන්නේ? credit කරා. ඉස්සරහට යද්දි ගණන් හදද්දි තව ඔයාලට පුළුවන්. මේ note එක really important. Let's write in the writing book. Write the heading in your writing book in a new page, stocks. අලුත් පිටුවක අලුතෙන් පටන් ගන්න. මොකද මේක ගොඩාක් වැදගත්. ඔයාට ඕන නම් පොත අනිත් පැත්ත හරවලා ලියන්න පුළුවන්. මෙහෙම නැතුව මේම හරි පිටු දෙකක් අරන් පල්ලෙහාට ලිව්වත් තමයි. right? මේ පැත්තට අර පොත මෙහෙම නම් තියෙන්නේ එක ළඟ මැද දෙකක් අරන් මේ පැත්තට පහළට stocks කියලා heading එක ලියන්න. මේ chart එක ඇඳගෙන trace hand එකක් දාන්න. Turn on the videos, others. I can't tell it. Huh? If you raise your send me a thumbs up if you understood properly. Right? Don't worry, when we are writing it, you can have a clear idea, right? Right. First, write it, draw it, and raise your hands. Everyone are faster because we need to go to the double entries. If there's any concerns, unmute and tell me. Right? Once you finish the chart, raise your hands. Then I'll show the letter part. So just I ask you to write this one, right? A chart take really important. Everything properly. Stay alert once you finish this. Few pending raised hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hope you have done. Metuka, Brinda, and Tenuli, right? If you need more time, let me know. Turn on the videos and wait, right? Okay, now this is a big chart, right? So you need to first write this 5 and no need to write this 5 again. Can you hear me, guys? I'm audible to you, right? As an example, first write this 5, but in every side I repeated it again and again as a heading. You don't need to repeat. Just write the heading, and in here when you are drawing this one, yeah, all the 5 you need to write from first to 5. Can you hear me? Right? And in here, entries you need to highlight. In purchases, you need to highlight the purchase account, sales account, right? Okay. So I'll first keep the first slide. Okay. Start from here and write it. Then I'll show you the next slide. When you are writing the next slide, don't write the other one. If you need, you can use the this side of the book. You know, if the this side, you can use this side of the book. I'm going to point and ask you the double entries. If I ask you the double entry, cash purchase of goods, quickly you need to tell me. If it is purchase, the debit entry is the purchase. Can you remember, guys? Right? So purchase account, debit. So if it is a cash purchase, what is the credit entry? Cash account. Can you hear me, guys? Right? If I ask you the double entry for credit sales, if it is a sale every time, since the income increase, what is the credit entry? Sales account.
Credit.
Right? Sales account credit. So if it is a credit sale, what is the debit entry? Credit sale, debit entry. Debtors account. The party who purchase our goods on credit basis we identify as debtors. Right? So once you finish, raise your hands. Remove all your raised hands. Tuvani, Litum, Metuka, Ryan, Risidu, Shabir, Amodya. All good? Three pending raised hands. Litum, Mayudaya, Metuka, Ryan. Don't do other things. Hope you have done. If you need more time, let me know. Now don't write again the first five. Just continue the graph for 3, 4. The start. Don't write the 5 again. Nah? Just continue the 3 and 4. 3 and 4 and raise your hand. මේක විතරයි පොඩ්ඩක් කරේ අමාරු එකකට තියෙන්නේ. මේකෙන් හිතන්න එපා ඔක්කොම අමාරු. ඒක පුළුවන් නම් nothing. Just only the double entries is the important part. When you are writing again, just check it again. ලියන ගමන් ආයි බලන්න. Why only the accounting equation we concern stocks as assets? The double entry to calculate the profit earned through purchasing and selling stocks, we concern purchase as expense, sales as income. Make sure this, most probably in near future I will give you 50 MCQs from the fourth lesson and the fifth lesson. Can you hear me, guys? Right? Reduction to accounting and accounting equation. Make sure to study up to there. All done? Others? Few pending raised hands. Take your time, no hurry. But I want to write. Once you finish, raise your hands. Check whether raise hands is with you. Sabir, Tisali, Etuka, Brinda, Ditum, Uli, Etuka, Brinda, and Tenuli. Are you okay up to here? Hope yes, right? Right. Last one. Try it and raise your hands. All good? Others, Kinoli, Shabir, Gagana. Turn on the videos and wait. I can repeat and again and again. Metuka, Ryan, don't do other things, huh? Don't get boring. I can't play the videos as well today. Okay. Okay. Turn on the videos as well. All are there, guys? Right. Okay. Now we did the stocks part, right? Let's do like this. Now you can see in here I have clearly mentioned in page number 8 under special note, stocks are business assets, but in accounting equation lesson concerns stocks purchase as stock asset increase, stock sales as stocks asset decrease. But in the dual impact of transaction lesson, from dual impact of transaction, consider stocks purchase as purchase expense increase, stock sales as sales income increase. Easy clear to you guys? Understood? Right? Okay, let's do like this. මම මෙහෙම කරන්න එකපාර අපි එක ගලින් ගුරුල්ල දෙන්න ඉවර කරමු නැත්නම් අපිට වෙලා යනවා. Right? Okay, I think last week we finished up to 5 in here in dual effect. Am I correct? Understand? Right? Just check. I think I finished up to 5 only. First 5. Just right. 5. Don't do because I'll do 9. Last one. Right. Let's draw in together. We fill this chart as well, right? එතකොට අපිට එක පාරම වැඩි ඉවර කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඔයා ඒක කරන ගමන්ම මාත් එක්කම page number 9 එකේ තියෙන chart එකත් fill කරගන්න ඕනේ. Page number 9. Right? ඒ ටිකම තමයි තියෙන වෙනසක් නැහැ. Right? Just wait, let's do. පොඩි වෙනසක් තියෙනවා. Right. Okay, let's do like this. Hope you can hear me. Right. Right. Both charts together. Both charts together. I think we finished first 5 last week in this chart in page number 1. I think this is in page number 1. Correct? Right? Page number 1. So at the same time, you need to go to the අපි ඒත් එක්ක මේකම කරමු. Page number page number 9. Page number 9. This is page number 1. We finish this one. Now go to the page number 9. Page 9. Let's draw first one. First one, owner introduced capital 50,000. Dual effect we wrote. What is the dual effect? When owner introduced capital, just see what will happen. What business get? Cash. Cash asset increase. Can you hear me, guys? Capital liquidity increased, right? The same time in the page number 9 chart also, right? Ekamaliyan atana liyapu ekam. Cash asset increase. Cash asset increase. right? And capital equity increase. Write it in the page number as 9 as well, the same thing. Write with me. Now we can develop the double entry using this one. I told you X increase debit, decrease credit. Y increase credit, decrease debit. Right? අයිනකින් කොහෙන් හරි ලියා ගන්න හැමතිස්සෙම. So you can have a clear idea. Right? When asset increase, it's debit. So cash account debit. How much? 50,000. How much? 50,000. When capital account, capital is an equity. When equity increase, it's credit. So capital account, credit 50,000. Right? Capital account credit 50,000 in page number 9. All good? Right. Number 2, in this chart we wrote obtain a bank loan. Last week we wrote what is the dual impact? You know, when we obtain a bank loan, I want the answers. Unmute and tell me. When obtain a bank loan, cash asset increase. Then other one, when we obtain a bank loan,
Bank loan liability increase.
yes, write the same thing in here. Cash asset increase. The norm, first we need to write the debit entry. Cash asset increase. Then the bank loan liability increase. Right? Write this one in this side using the double entry. Double entry means debit or credit. You know, when asset increase, it's debit. You need to have a cash account. So cash account debit 100,000. Bank loan account credit 100,000. Bank loan account credit 100,000. In liability increase, it's credit. Let's see. Next one. Purchase furniture 70,000. Last week we wrote this one in the page number 1. Can you tell me the double length furniture is not the stocks? This is for the usage purpose. Can you hear me, guys? Right? So if it is only the stocks, that purchase sales concept applied, right? This furniture is for the usage purpose. So when we purchase furniture, furniture asset increase. Understand? Can you hear me? Because we can use it. We give cash to purchase the furniture. So cash asset decrease, right? This is not the stocks. Just remember, furniture asset increase. Write it in the same page number 9. Furniture asset increase. And the cash asset decrease. Now you can't write purchase account, debit, cash account, credit. No. Furniture is not the stocks. This is non-current assets. Stocks are current assets. Stocks we purchase for the resale purpose. Furniture we purchase for the usage purpose. So furniture account debit. We debit to the furniture. Furniture account debit rupees 70,000. Cash asset decrease. When asset decrease, it's credit. Cash account credit rupees 70,000. Right? Are you okay up to here? Finish it and raise your hands. Page number 9. Right? Hope all good. Faster. Don't do other things. අද දවස මිස් කරගත්තොත් අද වෙන වැඩ කර කර හිටියොත් attention එක හිටියේ නැත්නම් මෙතනින් එහාට ඔයාලට කොමර්ස් එපා වෙනවා නම් කිව්වා. So pay attention to the lesson anyhow. Don't do any other things, right? So don't do any other. If you do any other things, you can't learn future because everything depends on the double length. Finish it and raise your hands. Waiting for your raised hands. Shevan, Jinuk, Gaganan, Samalka, Ryan. Hold on. Hope you yeah, take your time, no hurry. Hope Jinuk still writing. Ryan, Ryan, are you there? Can you hear me? No any right. Okay. Up to number 4 done. Up to number 3 done. Right? Let's go with the number 4. Number 4. Right. In here 4 we wrote payment of 50,000 as salary to employees. It is an expense. I told you salary is an expense. So cash asset decrease, salary expense increase. Am I clear, you guys? We wrote this one in here, cash asset decrease, salary expense increase, right? Now let's write the same thing in here. Salary expense increase, salary expense increase, salary expense increase. In page number 9, this is page number 9. Cash asset decrease, salary expense increase, cash asset decrease, right? Right. Now you can develop the double entry every time. Just remember, I'm also always right. I say X increase debit, decrease credit. I told you the first letter in the alphabet increase debit. Lie increase credit, decrease debit. Right. So when expense increase, X increase debit. So salary account debit how much? 50,000. Cash account credit 50,000. Right with me? Right. Next one, number 5. We wrote owner's cash drawings. Can anyone tell me the dual impact? Increase, decrease, dual impact. Yes. Cash drawings. He wrote it. When owner withdrew cash, owner's ownership decrease. Yes. Drawings equity decreases. When owner withdrew cash, what will happen to business cash? Decrease. Am I clear to you guys? Right? Okay. So you can write first in here the same thing. Cash asset decrease. Sorry, drawings equity decreases. Drawings equity decrease and cash asset also decrease. You know, when equity decreases, like increase credit, decrease debit. So when equity decreases, it's debit. So drawings account debit 7,000. Cash account credit 7,000. Right? Up to number 5 done. Now we need to fill the both charts from here in after. All clear, you guys? Right? Okay. Up to number 5 we done everything. Now we need to go with the number 6. Number 6. This is the first chart. This is the page number 102. Page number 102. Okay, guys? This is the first chart. Let's see. Now I want your answers. Huh? Just think using this one. Okay. Owner invested 800,000 worth of motor vehicle as additional capital. What the business get? Motor vehicle. Clear to you guys? Right? When the business receive motor vehicle asset will increase. So the motor vehicle asset increase. Motor vehicle asset increase. It invested by the owner. So when owner invests something as additional capital or capital anyhow, now we tell only capital. Capital or additional capital, both we tell as capital. Capital equity increase when owner invests something, owner's ownership increase. Capital equity increase. Right? Turn on the videos. I can't repeat. Right? Let's go to the page number 9 chart, 9, 10. The same thing, write the dual impact. Owner invest motor vehicle. You know, motor vehicle asset increase. Capital equity increase. The same thing. Do it, huh? Right? So when asset increase, it's debit. So motor vehicle account debit. Motor vehicle account debit. How much? 800,000. Right? Since it was invested by the ownership increase. So where we write capital account credit 800. Right? Capital account credit 800,000.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, එතන additional capital account කියලා කිව්වත් කවුරුන් නේද?
සාමාන්‍යයෙන් additional capital කියලා account එකක් නැහැ ledger එකේ. capital additional capital දෙකම එකට දාන්න. Right?
Okay.
The same thing in one account, right? Number 7. Now the important part. Stocks. Look here. යන්නේ ඉන්නෝනේ. දැන් ඔන්න අපි යන්නේ හොඳම හරියට. Stocks ගැන තමයි කතා කරන්නේ. We're going to discuss about stocks. කො බලන්න. දොයි නෑ නේද? Right? යන්න බෑ. යමින්. Send me a thumbs up. Right? Take a deep breath. Right? දැන් ඔන්න හොඳම හරිය දැන් අර මේක හොඳට මෙතනින් පුළුවන් වුණොත් ඉස්සරහා අනාගතේ සුබයි. ඒවා අමාරුයි කියලා හිතුවොත් මෙතන වා හරියට කරේ නැත්නම් ඉස්සරහට කොහොමත් අමාරුයි. Right? Okay, let's see. Now let's go to the stocks. Right. Carefully, huh? Purchase of goods on cash basis. In dual impact, it's similar to the accounting equation. Easy clear you, right? When we purchase stocks on cash basis, you know, stock asset increase. Stock asset increase. Why? We receive the stocks and we give the cash. Cash asset decrease. Stock asset increase. Cash asset decrease. Right? Write the same thing in here. Number 7. Same thing in here. Stock asset increase. Cash asset decrease. But I told you, when it comes to the accounting equation, in another color pen you can write purchase account debit. Why? In a part Indian purchase account debit. Stocks ගද්දි stocks ආවට stocks profit එක calculate කරන්න. We concern purchase as expense. If you are still not familiar, just write expense in the double entry. Stocks asset තමයි හැබැයි පටල ගන්න එපා stocks. So cash asset decrease means cash account credit. It's no change. Cash account credit 80,000. Write in another color pen this. Cash account credit. All done? Right. All good. Right. Let's go to the number 8. Just wait. Number 8. Right. Right. Number 8 in here, page number 1. Right. As well as in here, page number 9 or 10. I don't know the exact. Right. So this is page number 9 or 10. Page 9, 10. You know, X, increase debit, decrease credit, lie, increase credit, decrease. Okay. Number 8, be careful. Just see. Sale of goods on cash basis. When we sell the stocks on cash basis, what the business get? Cash. Clear? We give stocks. So cash asset increase and the stock asset decrease. Stock asset decrease. Right? Cash asset increase, stock asset decrease. Write the same thing in here in the page number 8 chart, dual impact. Cash asset increase, stock asset decrease. Right. Let's go to the double entry to be careful. When we receive cash, cash asset increase, so cash account debit 100. I told you, when we sell stocks, though our stocks goes out, to calculate the profit earned through stocks, we need to concern as sales account credit. Why? We concern it as income increase in the double entry. Income increase. Income increase. Right? All good? Right. Now another part. Purchase of goods. Which basis? Credit basis. When we purchase stocks on credit basis, what the business get? Stocks. Stock asset increase. We are not giving cash since it is a credit basis, so we identify creditor liability increase. Stock asset increase, creditor liability increase. Why it is on credit basis? Write the same thing in here. Stock asset increase. Why we are purchasing stocks? Creditor liability. When the stocks asset increase, I told you, when it comes to the purchase, anyhow, purchase account debit, when we purchase stocks, 70,000. When we purchase stocks, we concern as expense increase. So credit account, credit 70. Next one, number 10 in here. Right, right, right. Number 10 in the first paragraph. Number 10. What has happened? Sale of goods on credit basis. Can you tell me the dual effect? Credit basis. So debtor asset increase. Stocks අරන්ගෙන නමක් කියනවා debtor. Debtor asset increase. Yeah, selling goods. So stock asset decrease. Stock asset decrease. Stock asset decrease. Write the same thing in here. Data asset increase. Stock asset decrease. But when it comes to the double entry, I told you, data account debit, when we sell goods on credit basis, I told you, sales account credit, though it's a cash sales or credit sales, every time sales account credit. Why? Be concerned as income increase. Up to 10 done. We can't do everything today. Let's till at least 12 to 13. Can you hear me, guys? Right? අවුලක් නැහැ නේද? දාන්න බාන්න thumbs up එකක් වැඩි යනවා නේද? කියලා දුන්න ටික තේරුණානේ? අවුලක් ගන්න බෑ වැඩි ලස්සනට යන්න. Right? Hope all good for you. පුළුවන් තරම් අනම්මනන්ගේ මට අමාරුයි ඔයගලන්ට කියලා. Right? Okay. So we finished up to now 10, right? To go with the 11. Right. Right. 11. What is the 11? Owner withdrew. Owner withdrew 5,000 worth of stocks. I told you what will happen. When owner withdrew something, though it's a cash withdraw or stocks withdraw, drawings equity decreases. When owner withdrew stocks asset decrease. Stock asset decrease. Write the same thing in the next chart. Page number 91. What is the page number in here? Can anyone tell me? This chart 9, 10, or 11?
10.
10, right? Page number 10. Just remember, X increase debit, decrease credit, lie increase credit, decrease credit. Owner withdrew stocks, same thing. Drawings, equity decrease, stock asset decrease, stock asset decrease, right? Though it's a cash drawing or stocks drawing, I told you, every time the debit entry is drawings account debit 5,000. Now I told when the owner withdrew, the credit entry is not the sales account. What is the credit entry? Purchase account credit 5,000. Why? Purchase expense decrease. ගද්දි purchase expense වැඩි වුණා නම් අරගෙන යද්දි purchase expense අඩු වෙනවා. Right? Right. Next one. Settlement of bank loan 50,000. Right. Now, when we settle the bank loan, you know, in here, page number 2 thing, bank loan liability decrease. Liability decrease. Why? We are paying liability. When we are settling the bank loan liability decrease. We are giving cash. So, cash asset decreases. Cash asset decreases. Right? Write the same thing in here. Bank loan liability decrease. Cash asset decrease. So when the liability decreases, you know it's debit. Bank loan account, debit 50,000. Cash account, credit 50,000.
Excuse me,
Yes.
sir, why can't we save the bank loan liability as increase?
When we pay settle liability decrease, දැන් ඔයා කායෙන් හරි ණයට ගන්නවා 50. ඔයා ඒක එයාට දුන්නාම තවත් ඔයාගේ ණය වැඩි වෙන්නේ අඩු වෙන්නේ. තේරෙනවද? සෙටල්මන්ට් ඔයා කාගෙන් හරි ලෝන් එකක් ගන්න. දැන් ඔයා ඒ ලෝන් එක එයාට දෙනවා ආපහු ගත්ත ගන්න. ඔයා ගද්දි ඔයාගේ ණය වැඩි වෙනවා. ඔයා එයාට සල්ලි දෙද්දි ණය අඩු වෙනවා. දැන් ඔයා තවදුරටත් එයාගේ ඔයාට එයා ණය නැහැ. කියන ඔයා එයාට ණය. ඔයා හිතන්න මේ ඉන්න පුද්ගලයාගෙන් දැන් ඔන්න ඔයා ලෝන් එකක් ගන්නවා. when you are obtaining loan, your liability increase. When you are settling, when you are paying, your liability decrease. Now this person is no more your obligation, right? Next one, number 13. Number 13. Right. Number 13. In page number 203. Bank loan interest payment. Bank loan is a liability. Bank loan interest is an expense. It is additional payment. මතකද මං කියලා දුන්නා. අර ගත්ත ගානට වඩා වෙනම ගෙවන ගාන. Can you remember guys? It is an expense. Right? So bank loan interest expense increase cash asset decrease. මං කව ගෙවනවා කියන්නේ expense වැඩි වෙනවනේ අඩු වෙනව නෙමෙයි වැඩි වෙනවා. ගෙව්වත් නැතත් expense වැඩි වෙනවා. Future you will learn. Right? Don't do other things, pay attention. Write the same thing in here. Bank loan interest, not the bank loan expense. Bank loan interest expense increase. Cash asset decrease. So bank loan interest account debit 5,000. Cash account credit 5,000. Finish up to here and raise your hand. Finish up to here and raise your hand. Finish up to here and raise your hands. If you miss something, let me know, I'll show you. Hold on. Situki, Situka, right? Anuli, hold on, right? Okay. Now, තාම ඉවර නෑ. වැඩ ගොඩක් තියෙනවා. ඉතින් අද වෙලාව නෑ. So in here, you know, this chart there are 22 things. We finished only 13. Am I correct? Right? I'll save this for our future. ලබන සතියේ මම මේක save කරන්න. Right? Uh, right. Right. Okay. Saved. Right? පාඩන්නම් නොකර ඉන්න එපා. ඉස්සරහ අමාරුවේ වැටෙනවා. Stocks එහෙම හොඳට බලාගන්න. Can you hear me? Send me a thumbs up. ටක් ගාලා කිව්ව ගමන් double entry එන්න ඕනේ. If I ask you cash purchase of goods, purchase account debit, cash account credit. If I ask you credit sale of goods, stocks credit basis අරන් යන අයට debtors ලා කියනවා. debtor මේ chart එක පුළුවන් නම් මෙතනින් එහාට ඔයාට ඉස්සරහා ඔක්කොම පුළුවන්. මේ චුට්ට තමයි කට්ටිය අමාරුයි කියලා subject එක මාරු කරන්නේ. මේක පුළුවන් නම් මෙතනින් එහාට ඔක්කොම පුළුවන්, because everything depends on on this one. This is the basis. Is it clear to you guys? Send me a right. Okay, let's meet on this Tuesday 8 p.m. because this Tuesday I'm going to continue the accounting equation tutorial calculation, and for sure sooner there will be a test as well, right? Okay, thank you for the participation. Hope you understood everything properly. Let's meet on this Tuesday 8 p.m. time. Bye.
Bye, sir. Thank you.
Bye, everyone, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Bye, sir.